Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to be here today to present my research internship on super freezers for COVID-19 vaccines in Italy. My presentation concerns the state-of-the-art of ultra-low temperature freezers innovated in Italy for COVID-19 emergency. Let me first start by introducing myself. My name is Guido Domenico de Santis, and I'm a rising senior at Scientific Public High School of PS Mancini of Avellino, south of Italy. I come from a small village named Domenico, and my academic interests range from the STEM research field to study of particular works of art. As a career path, I think I will follow my father's steps and become an engineer. In my spare time, I play chess, I read classics, and swim. My greatest passion is, however, traveling. Additionally, I've always been committed to volunteering, and I wish that one day my mind and work would be put in service of humanity. Today, I will present the results of my research internship at Desmond during the summer of 2020, and this is a refrigeration company located in Avellino. I took part in the research and development phase of a super freezer suitable for storing and transporting COVID-19 vaccines without electricity up to 40 hours at the incredibly low temperature of -80 Celsius degrees. Then, why is my topic important? As of June 8, 2021, you can see that only 12% of the world population received a COVID-19 vaccine. Countries with less resources and means have a harder time delivering vaccines and efficiently vaccinating their population. As a consequence, COVID is spreading easily in these unprivileged countries, presenting a high risk of variants, which are severe threats to whole humanity. The ULT, by enhancing the efficiency and representing an essential ring of the supply chain of COVID-19 vaccines, as illustrated in this slide, should be considered a service to humanity. Why is my topic global health related? This super freezer reduces the gap in access to healthcare between upper and lower classes in the same country or between rich and poor countries. The super freezer has a GPS tracking system that sends alerts when the temperature goes outside the required range, and these measures guarantee the safe transportation of vaccines to resourceless regions prone to power shortages. The super freezer is eco-friendly because it relies on the passive refrigeration process. Let's first explain how the ULT works. The project relies on an autonomous cooling system named ACS, meaning that it acts without any power supply. The functioning principle behind ACS, as I said, is that one of passive refrigeration, meaning that the low temperature of the freezer is guaranteed by a special liquid that is able to remain frozen for a long time. This is the Eutectic liquid. Now, you can see the project in this slide, and the whole journey starts from the condensing unit, which is the small structure that you can see in the top left corner. This is the hot side of the super freezer, operating with electricity. The condensing unit is made up by two parts. The first one is the compressor, which mechanically compresses the fluid present in the unit. And then the condenser transforms the fluid into a liquid, lowering only the temperature of the fluid and keeping its pressure constant. Now, from the condenser, the liquid goes to the blue line, which is called the inlet line. And here you can observe that it reaches the evaporating plates in the body of the super freezer. We are in the beating part of the freezer. The evaporating plates are immersed in a eutectic liquid, and when the cold fluid from the valve goes to the plates reach a temperature of -86 Celsius degrees. In such a way, they cool the eutectic liquid until it reaches its freezing point. Once the eutectic liquid is frozen, the freezer is fully operational, and the cavity of the super freezer is kept cold by the frozen eutectic liquid, maintaining our vaccines at -80 Celsius degrees for 40 hours. I will first explain the last essential concept for the working of the super freezer, which is the VIP, or vacuum insulated panel. The super freezer necessitates thermal insulation in order to avoid heat losses that could interfere with its functioning. This thermal insulation is guaranteed by the VIPs of the super freezer together with a foaming process with polyurethane. VIPs are located on the wall of the superfreezer's cabinet, and they are made up by layers of two low-density materials, and these are silica and carbon. In such a way, in absence of air, because they go through an under vacuum process, the particles of the materials cannot collide and conduct heat. This way of thermal insulation is very efficient and is around 5 times more efficient than mere polyurethane foam. 1 inch of VIP is as effective as 5 inches of polyurethane foam. Then we have the evaporating plates and the eutectic liquid, which I named many times before. In my presentation, so I mentioned them, and the plates that you can see on the left are located on the right and left-sided walls of the superfreezer's cabinet. They have a shape of an S that guarantees that the very cold refrigerant liquid freezes the eutectic liquid in which the plates are immersed, following the shape of the plates. The cold refrigerant liquid enters the plates from the inlet and proceeds to freeze the eutectic liquid along the borders first, up until the center, in an homogeneous way. In such a way, the eutectic liquid freezes, while the refrigerating liquid inside the evaporating plates itself. As a consequence, the refrigerating liquid becomes a gas, evaporating, hence the name of evaporating plates. But why is the eutectic liquid so special? The eutectic liquid is a recipe, a saline solution that has a very high latent heat. Latent heat is the energy that does not change the temperature of the liquid, but is stored to change phase from solid, when frozen, to liquid. As you can see in the graph on the right, the latent heat is represented by the plateau in the graph. This plateau of the eutectic liquid allows us to unplug the refrigerator and store the vaccines in autonomy, because the liquid accumulates energy without getting warmer. I would like to conclude by restating the importance of ultra-low temperature freezers as a service to humanity in the global health field by COVID-19. Ultra-low temperature superfreezers are at the base of an efficient, safe, and especially rapid distribution chain of vaccines around the world. And they reach, with their innovative technology, new burdens of progress in healthcare and eliminate, with their accessibility, burdens of inequality between privileged and unprivileged countries. These are my references, and I would like to thank my family, which supported me, the Johns Hopkins University for giving me the opportunity to be here today, the engineering team at Desmond, which led me join their project, and last but not least, the audience, which is listening right now. These are my contact info, and if you have any questions, these are my email address and my WhatsApp. Do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you and have a good day.